Peace, peace, peace. This your brother Monroe Jr. Bette Midler tweets women are the N-word of the world before deleting posts. And the famed entertainer Bette Midler caught major backlash after tweeting that women are the end of the world. In the full tweet read, women are the end of the world, raped, beaten, enslaved, married off, work like dumb animals, denied education and inheritance, enduring the pain of danger of childbirth and life in silence for thousands of years. They are the most disrespected creatures on earth. She later deleted the tweet and apologized in another tweet that read, the too brief investigation of allegation against Kavanaugh infuriated me. Angrily, I treated without thinking my choice of words would be enraging to black women who doubly suffer both by being women and by being black. I am an ally and I stand with you, always have, and I apologize. So it was a lot in what she said. Of course, she was wrong in that context for using the N-word. You should I mean, it's like, what would make you want to use that word? Just say, women are the black people or black women of the world. In her apology statement, she did say that black women, she disclosed that black women suffer doubly, both by being women and being black. That's fact. The Honorable Minister Louis Farrakhan said that the reason that the world is in the condition that it's in is because the mistreatment of women. No doubt about it. And us as men, we really have to truly analyze ourselves, in the way that we handle the authority that our Creator has granted to us, and vice versa. Women, we don't, when it comes to the black community and the black society, we really have to work together. It's not men against women, woman against men. No, we're not trying to placate after the feminist Caucasian movements where, white men who have always been in power for over the last thousands of years have not done just due to their white counterparts, their white spouse. They have never, most of them, treated their women like queens, and a lot of them have always yearned for that equality in society. And what has happened is white women have seen the suffering of blacks, right? The suffering of black women, and have coerced the black women into the movement as well. But in reality, the black man has never recently in America had the same power or opportunities a lot of time to be his true natural self to the black woman, right? Black men have been overly stressed in society, trying to make a living for their families in white corporate America, being discriminated against day in and day out. So it hasn't been an equal playing field. And I'm speaking to the black women now. If you're not a black man, so a lot of times you can't quite understand what some of the brothers go through. And I know I've been through it in corporate America just by being dominant in my field. When I was in the corporate office, they hated that. They hated a black man who walked around who was knowledgeable, who had a little swag. I'm not saying I got swag, but any brother that has a little swag, they hate that, man. They envy that, especially if you have any type of intelligence. They see it as a threat, and this is what black men live under. So a lot of brothers lose jobs over their bosses or the hierarchy seeing them climbing the ladder. I mean, it's just all kind of stuff that brothers deal with, sisters. And on the flip side of that, they love to promote the black woman. So here you have the black woman in a lot of these corporate offices or environments, getting promoted, getting raises, you know what I'm saying, going to the next level in life, and their black counterpart a lot of times is suffering in these offices, in these corporate settings. So it's a game that's being played. So you really can't say, sister, that the black man is not like the white man. No, not necessarily so. They're most of the executives in most of these companies. They're most of the hierarchy in most of these companies. So you can't put the black man and the white man on the same level from that perspective, right? There are some decent black men that try to honor and respect the woman. And the actor is right. Women have, no matter their color, women have been mistreated in this world. Women have been made subservient in a lot of roles in society. But like I said, it's not the black men who are running the shots in 90% of the establishments, right? If we go into most of the establishments in America and we ask who the owners are, who the executives are, you rarely see black men. So you can't put that off on the black man. It's the white man that's running the show that has put women down, right? But in the world that we're ushering in, the kingdom of heaven on earth, the brown women in general will be lifted, right? The minister said, the Honorable Minister Louis Farrakhan said, it's time for the woman to come out. He said that the home is the woman's base. She should work to master the home, but it's not her place. Her place is anywhere that her gifts, skills, and talents will take her. So it's time for the woman to come out and manifest the divinity, manifest her gifts, skills, and talents, as long as it's in conjunction with the Creator, as long as it's in conjunction with righteousness, right? So we want to uplift women. We want to respect and honor women, what Bette Midler said was right. All of it was right except for her wording of women are the N-word of the world. She shouldn't have said that, and she apologized in a follow-up tweet as well, as she received a lot of backlash. And she said, enduring the pain and danger of childbirth. And that's something us as men, we must never forget that when women have children, they go to death's door for us. That's an experience that never can be repaid, and no amount of money, no amount of materialism, nothing. These sisters almost die to give life to us. They die to give life to us, brothers. We don't know their pain. We don't know what they go through. And every time that we get overly angry at women, think about that. Think about things like that. Well, the woman did go to death's door to give me a daughter or a son. We gotta think about stuff like that. That's serious, man. And she also said that women have suffered in silence for thousands of years. They are the most disrespected creatures on earth. And she's right. That's been by the hands of white men who have been in power power for the last few thousands of years too. I mean, you gotta call it what it is. Miss Midler, it's your white counterparts who have been in power that have set the standard of these male chauvinistic ways, right? Not the black and brown man. We haven't been in power. But God, see, our creator has come to set down those who have that type mindset. Because we're men, we're always right. And this, because I'm the man, this is what it's gonna be. No, not necessarily. If we not right in what we saying, it should be that way. Where women should fall in line or in agreement with what the men say. But the Honorable Minister Louis Farrakhan said a woman is not made to submit to ignorance. So, a lot of times we get on our high horse and we get to popping our wumper choppers, and we don't be talking about nothing. Talking about a bunch of foolishness. Right? So that's where self-examination comes in. She said that women have been raped. Oh man, we know that to be the truth. Especially, now this is something that is very prevalent to the black community. And brothers, I tell you, man, we really need committees in our communities that deal with women being raped, where the rapist, we have to put fear in our communities for men who rape, molest, child traffic our children. It has to be fear, that they fear their life when these type of acts are committed, because we take life from women when we do stuff of that nature, and there's a price that has to be paid for that, because that woman has to live through that. And when she finally meets a man that she desires to marry, that experience is in the recesses of her mind. She also said women have been worked like dumb animals, denied education and inheritance, and which is, true. But like I said, the Caucasian men have been in power. That's something that they have to wrestle with as Caucasian men. And you really can't trace that back to the history of black men. We really don't have that type of dictatorial aura about us, where we would deny our women education and inheritance. There are some fake Muslims over in the East that oppress their women, that deny them education. And to deny your woman education is to bring forth a foolish generation. How can you say that you're following Prophet Muhammad, but you deny woman equal equality to grow into her divinity? No, you're not truly following the prophet. Any man who would deny his woman getting more knowledge is a foolish man, because she's the first teacher. She's the first educator. And Miss Midler said that the women have been worked like dumb animals. And that's very prevalent even in American society. I understand that times are hard. Families, sometimes it takes two people working in a household to make ends meet. But even in the household, women are worked like animals. Women are expected to go out, earn a living for the family, pay the bills, pay half the bills, come home, clean, cook, all of these different things that women do. No, if the woman gotta do half of our job as men, us as men gotta do half of her job. If she gotta go out and work and provide for the family, we gotta help clean up around the house. We gotta wash some dishes. We gotta attend to the children, wash some clothes, Come on now, there has to be balance and equity in this thing, you know. So it's just so much in what Miss Midler said. But yeah, of course, the statement she said about women are the N-word of the world, that's totally ignorant of her, and she apologized for those comments. I mean, it's like, why would your wording, why would you, that's like us saying such and such is the crackers of the world. No, you don't. That's disrespectful, very disrespectful, right? So let us all think wisely before we speak, especially in the public sphere. But at least she had enough character to come before that same platform that she made her statements and apologize and recant and delete the tweet and expound and disclose what she truly meant by those words. This your brother Monroe Jr. I'm signing off. Peace.